we go. Take one.
All right. Podcast.
Our first attempt at this.
Podcast number 1. There's no way that we just did all this, right?
The entire thing.
The entire thing, and then
had it not recorded.
Realized that neither one of us hit the record button. There's no way. That would never happen.
Yeah, I had one of those. I thought you did it.
Yeah, it was really cool. All right, well, hey, let's, here we go.
All right, start it up.
Okay.
In the know in the 920. That's a bussin'. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Which one is it? This one.
For all of your buying and selling needs,
we're going to have to mark
call
that.
920-791-9047.
You can hit it to stop
Find
it.
us on Facebook.
Okay. There we go. You have to label those buttons. Still recording, right? This thing's on?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Okay. Well, here we are. I'm Kelly.
I'm Nick, for the first time.
Exactly. Never done this before. Thanks for tuning into our podcast, In the Know in the 920. Woo. First up this week, we're going to talk about some local real estate news.
Local news. Let's hear it.
All right. The market, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Nick. We need more homes to sell.
We need more homes.
We need more homes.
Yep.
If you're looking to sell, call us. For real. I mean, inventory has been so low the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Honestly, it really is a great time to sell, and it's also a great time to buy. You want to know why?
Why?
Because interest rates have, for the most part, gone back into about the 6% range.
Yeah, I've been seeing that lately.
That makes people happy.
Yep.
But we need more homes to sell. So I think it's, if you've been sitting on the fence, it's time. At least talk to us or your trusted realtor about what your home is worth.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really surprised when I meet with them how much they're getting for their houses.
Right. How many houses are out there right now?
Well, this week, about 45 new listings, and that's all of Outagamie, Winnebago, and Calumet County.
So 3 counties totaling somewhere near 500,000 people. We've got 45 new houses.
45 new listings, yeah. Okay. And then sold this week was around 36 houses. 36. So, we got to pick up those numbers. Now, again, historically speaking, this time of year is always in this lovely area, that we live in. Winter, Christmas, now we're obviously past that, but we're getting out of that winter season. A lot of renters can't move out of their places until late February, early March.
Yep, March 1st.
So we're going to start seeing that picking up more and more, which is great.
Yeah. Well, and you're going to start seeing, everybody's getting done with their spring breaks and Easter break and, all that kind of stuff. And, a lot of people don't like to move when the kids are in school, when the snow is on the ground, all that. So, yeah.
So the good times are coming. Good times are coming.
Let the good times roll.
Exactly. All right. Other local real estate related news.
All right. Hit me with it.
Chick-fil-A.
Yep. I'm familiar with them. They make sandwiches.
Good ones.
Yes.
And the sauces.
Yes.
They are getting a new location.
All right. Please tell me it's nearby.
Kind of. Not as close as I'd like it to be.
Okay.
Do you remember how last summer we're in Kimberly?
Yeah.
The east side of town. They had the little truck.
Yeah.
The Chick-fil-A truck.
It was basically like a taco truck, but for Chick-fil-A.
Do you think it was legit?
I think that was a real marketing ploy that they had going on.
It wasn't like some guy just randomly, got a trailer, put a little Chick-fil-A sign on it.
That's what I thought at first. I was like, man, that kind of looks like
sandwiches on some chicky sandwiches on the grill. Yeah.
But no, I think that's what they do. I think they go to probe the area to see, how many people are stopping by Chick-fil-A throughout the day.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, this one's going to be apparently, allegedly. Chick-fil-A has not confirmed this.
Okay.
But local news is saying 1000 West Northland Ave. Northland Mall parking lot.
Northland Mall.
Okay?
Yep.
Also, let's talk about the fact that, Shopko used to be there, right? And there was obviously a Shopko in Kimberly.
Yes.
And I believe that one's becoming Festival Foods.
That is becoming a festival.
But the one in Appleton, apparently there's still no plans for it. Which is kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah.
No plans. I think a lot of them are still sitting there, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when, like shopping at Shopko? I do.
I don't remember so much about the shopping at Shopko. I do have a very distinct memory of, just past the checkouts, they had the little pay phones, and then you could go press the little coin return button, and then see if you get like a quarter to drop out, and go spend that on a gumball or something.
Absolutely, yeah. And then little candy gumball machines, little ponies that you could ride for a quarter.
Yep, and then it was all right next to the amazing photo development center.
Yes, when you used to have to use a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so vintage.
You'd take your film in, you'd hand it to some guy named Greg. He'd tell you, "All right, see you Wednesday. I'm just gonna go stare at these in a dark room for a few hours."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody saw every photo.
Yep.
And did you ever have like the random rolls of film that kind of just sat around for a while and you forgot what was even on them, and then you bring them in and you're like, well, let's take a shot in the dark here. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what this is going to be?
I don't think that happened to me too often. I didn't really have the money to be spending on that much film, but I was like 7. But
Good point.
I am familiar with the phenomenon. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So that's a little bit about real estate. Okay.
Yeah.
Every week I want to do some taste testing.
All right.
I feel like we should have a theme every month. And this month I thought, why not sweet treats? It's Valentine's Day, or we'll just say Valentine's month,
Well, we're recording this on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. We are recording this on Valentine's Day.
You're wearing your heart on your sleeve.
I am wearing my heart on my sleeve today.
And I did not dress for the festivities. I have Reptar
You're
from Rugrats.
Such a boy.
Yeah.
Such a boy. Okay, so our first taste test comes to us from Manderfields.
Love Manderfields.
Manderfields is so good. I love going in there like on a Saturday morning. It smells good in there.
Yep.
Just get some donuts, get some whatever. Yeah. Get all of your carbs,
They've got multiple locations.
They do. They have multiple locations. Yeah. East side, west side, all over.
Yeah.
It's great. Let's try. What do we have?
All right.
What do we have from Manderfields?
So we got these little cakes.
Little heart-shaped, cakes.
They used to be heart-shaped. I'm going to take this.
They used to be heart-shaped.
Wait, which one was mine?
That one was yours.
That one was mine.
Now, they used to be heart-shaped. I feel like now they've been bitten into, not because we already had to do this once.
Yeah, not because we're re-recording.
Not because we had to start from scratch at all. So let's try them.
Yeah, they got eaten in transit.
It just happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The frosting is phenomenal.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Very phenomenal.
If we have to record this part like 4 or 5 more times,
you're fine.
I won't be mad.
Okay, cool. And then it also has the cute little sugar thing on the top. Mine says love me.
Mine says kiss me.
Oh.
Which, please don't.
No, we won't do that. But those little sugar things are my favorite.
Yep.
I always save that for last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little piece de resistance.
Exactly.
Showing off my French there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We're also very cultured here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you, Manderfields. Those are amazing.
Yes. Very good.
Okay. Now let's talk about a little national news.
National.
Okay.
What's going on nationally?
Well, there's this new study. U.S. employees are not happy.
Why?
They're not happy. It says, in fact, they're the unhappiest they've been since the start of 2020. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I feel like it's probably because they have to go to work.
Yeah. It's the whole, getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth, taking a shower, being an adult. Adulting is tough.
Yeah.
Well, they polled a lot of people. 57,000 people were in this poll.
It's a lot of people.
Okay?
Yeah.
Fair number. I always like it when it's 4 people, were surveyed. Right. That's not enough.
We surveyed 100 men and they said.
Exactly. So 57,000 across 1,600 companies.
Yep.
Okay. And they're the unhappiest that they've been since 2020.
Why?
Well, it says a lot of it is due to lingering health issues and economic impacts of COVID.
Okay.
You know, no surprise there.
Yeah.
Layoffs and return to office mandate.
See, and that's the big one that we saw.
Yes.
You know, we saw a lot of people, they got that nice work from home bonus for a while, and, you know, we had people, 2022 was the biggest year that we had for people moving in from out of state.
Very much.
From California, Florida, Texas, New York. You know, they were moving from places where the cost of living is twice as much, 3 times as much as it is
higher.
here. And if they could still do the same job, why not have a much cheaper house?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And overall, I mean, Appleton is rated in the top 10, I believe, in the nation of places to raise a family, so it's great.
Yeah. And it's also in well, it's in 3 different counties, but it's in 2 of the top 10 drunkest counties in the state.
Huh.
So,
I mean, whatever you're looking for, you can get here.
Yeah.
You know, whatever path you want to go down. Choose your own adventure. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about working from home?
it's got its ups and downs.
Okay. I agree.
I think that most people, not all, but most people now have the space in their home. A lot of people have started to switch to, you know, being able to accommodate that. You know, most modern internet is pretty darn good that people can do everything just as effectively. There's certain tasks that a person can't do from home in most jobs, but, you know, if you're one of those people where you fill out a spreadsheet and you email it to your boss and then you just kind of sit there for like 6 hours.
Go about your day.
Yeah. Hoping that somebody doesn't ask you to do it like a second thing that day.
You've got the prices right on in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, those days, the good old days. Yeah, so I, as you know, Nick, but our loyal followers may not know. Shout out to all of our fans.
Okay. The loyal followers coming back.
Like six of them. So I used to work in Chicago. I grew up here.
Yes.
But I lived in Chicago for a while. I went to college there, and I worked there, and I was in property management, commercial property management.
Yeah.
I was in the building right next to the Sears Tower.
Okay.
And, I mean, we had a little over 100 tenants in the building.
Okay.
So, again, all, you know, in, like, companies. And I think I'm really glad that I got out of that when I did, because I feel like there's just been such a downturn of leased office space in general, because again, so many companies have realized, like, okay, people don't want to come back to work, so if we want to keep existing, we're going to have to work with them, you know?
Yeah.
My husband's at Oshkosh Corp.
Yes.
Bill. Good old Bill. And, you know, right before COVID, that beautiful new building was done, and I think Oshkosh was probably a little bummed about that.
I think there's a lot of businesses like that, but I mean, you know, one business that I would also like to see come to the Fox Cities, IKEA.
Oh,